this is Jerry. So I want to why things in your life seem not to be changing. Things are not changing in your life. Things are not getting any better for you. And I have also lived in this deep dissatisfaction for life. And honestly, as humans on this earth, we just continue to deal with this on and on. Forever and forever, because that is why we're here. We're here to experience this dissatisfaction, emotions that we don't normally feel as when we're gods, because gods don't really have any emotions. When we're in this human life, in this corporeal body, this flesh suit, this is what we start to feel. We start to feel all the emotions. We have to navigate the ego. And another thing that will help our evolution, will basically help us as a human race, is when we start to purify the ego itself. So why are you dissatisfied? Why are you dissatisfied with what you're seeing right now? 9 times out of 10, you have food, you have some sort of shelter, you have some sort of internet, you have all of these things in your life, but we're always looking for change. We're always looking for the next milestone. We're always looking for the next external pleasure, external achievement or thing or person to come and save us, to come and give us another boost, whether it's a dopamine boost or it's just another boost in our reputation and our confidence. But then when it literally comes, we don't really feel that satisfied. So I want to give you guys the analogy of the dragonfly, and a lot of people that have not awakened yet, they are still the water nymphs. They are still the nymphs that are still in the water, and while you're in the water, you just get these crash of waves, like crashing of waves. And the water nymph is just crying, is like, oh, why me? Why me? Why am I dealing with all of these problems? And then when you see rich people who are not necessarily spiritually evolved, they might not know how they got rich or why they're rich, and they're on this cycle of negativity, but they figured out how to get rich. They are also water nymphs, and they are still stuck in the mire and the muck of the 3D or the Maya. They're still stuck in that negative cycle. It just, they have money in their hands, they have money accessible to them, so they're in clear waters, they're in waters that seem a little less treacherous. They're just in waters that are different from yours, but they're still stuck in the muck. They're still stuck in those waters. When you start to focus on your inner world, when you start to focus on the small things, time does not exist anymore like it does for everybody else. Everybody else is dealing with time as a linear plane, like X, Y, and Z. So most people are dealing with time in a linear plane because that is what this world has taught us. But when you become spiritually awakened, when you become settled in the present moment, when you start being satisfied, having that gratitude, time starts moving in a spiral. You just start spiraling, and this spiral is a good spiral because this is where you can start to have evolutional jumps, you can start have quantum leaps, you can start to have all of these things that you wish to attract into your life. So as the water nymph comes out of the water and it becomes a dragonfly, it looks at where it came from. You came from this muck. You came from all of these problems. You came from all of these unsettling negative thoughts, and you got out of it. This is what you should be telling yourself is, I got out of this. I got out of my past problems. I got out of my past challenges. And right now, my only job is to be grateful. My only job right now is to be appreciative, because I know my next destination is going to be just as beautiful. I'm just going to keep evolving. There's no savior, there's no next change, there's no big life event that is going to make everything settle, make everything wash away for you. It's just right now. And gratitude is honestly the biggest key that's going to alchemize inside of yourself, that's going to make you the next person, the next future self that you imagined yourself to be. If you have no gratitude, if you have none of this positive, uplifting energy within yourself, there's nothing that's going to alchemize, and you're just going to continue in cycles and cycles, and you're most likely going to have to get the things that you want by hustling, bustling, pushing, pulling, forcing, manipulating, all of that stuff. Everything that this matrix basically rewards those people, but it's now time to go within yourself and reward yourself for the person you are today, for the person that you are. You are the light being, you're the light God that is here to stay, that is here even with your present. It just illuminates and it captivates people and makes people better because of you. Does that mean that you're always supposed to be surrounded by people? No. Does that mean you're always supposed to do good? No. You're supposed to just be your unique self, no matter what you're feeling. And just know that there will never be an external change. There will never be an external person. There will be nothing in this matrix that will ever fulfill you. So just take it as a part of your evolution. Take it as time for yourself, time for you to be introspective, because again, if life is not giving you all the things that you have desired, that you have created and visualized, there's most likely a reason for it, and you're never going to know the reason, and you're never going to see how your manifestations play out. But you can know inside of yourself, you can alchemize with the key of appreciation and gratitude, that everything good flows to me, everything good happens in my life. So, no matter what it looks like, you're on the edge of bankruptcy, you're on the edge of divorce, whatever, all of these external factors don't mean anything to what's going on with you, don't mean anything to how powerful and just bright and positive and powerful being that you are. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it as there. Let me know what you guys think, how you guys have been dealing with things. Again, I gave you one key, which is being grateful, also learning how to breathe with the baby breath, learning how to breathe with your diaphragm, and reading books, illuminating yourself from the inside, giving yourself more spiritual knowledge, not just relying on the external world or your phone to feed you things and you just overreacting like the water nymph. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave us there.